Hi there. Standing at the downstairs bar, Patricia Green Cellars. Got lots of options. And I'm here to talk to you about Hyland Vineyard. This is, again, old historic vineyard, originally planted in 1973, southwest of McMinnville. Where this vineyard is a drive from here. It is quite the ways away, and in 2019, that's one thing. In 1973, I cannot imagine what it was like out there. Matt Russell, who works here, the cellar master, when we go out there, we just joke about like how some Russian dude sold this property. This is all apocryphal and completely made up. Sold this property to these hippies and like went home and was just like, I sold this property, I sold that crazy place out in the middle of nowhere, and I sold it to them for $500 an acre, and they're crazy, they're gonna plant a vineyard out there. That's my Russian accent. It's remote, it is high up, and again, it is one of these vineyards that looks the part. It is regal, it is an amphitheater. It's just a beautiful old site. They do organic farming there. The soil is just this incredible soil farming that they have. The soil is just this beautiful consistency. So the plants are really, really healthy. Our block was planted in 1989. It is Coury clone. We work a lot with Coury clone as much as is possible. It's a rare clone. It's only planted here in Oregon. It was fostered into this state by a guy named Charles Coury, who was as much a innovator and pioneer in the Oregon wine industry as there is. He just didn't happen to have a winery. He was like the nursery and vineyard guy, and he came up with this clone of from cuttings he brought back from Alsace. And so this is a really interesting bottling. We do a couple other bottlings of Coury clone, and I really like this one. It's because of the elevation of Hyland Vineyard. It's up over 700 feet. It's in volcanic soil, and you just get these really, really interesting qualities because of the McMinnville AVA. The McMinnville AVA is a fairly large AVA in terms of its geographic layout, but there are not a lot of vineyards down there. And one of the reasons that there aren't is that it's a difficult area to grow fruit. You have greater exposure to the coastal mountains. You have a lot more maritime influence to it, and so you tend to get onto a lot of tannin, a lot of structure to it. But we have a little bit of a mitigating effect from the higher elevation and the volcanic soil, so you still have these kind of silky qualities that come in there. And then the Coury clone's just got this sort of crazy combination of aromatics of like orange pekoe tea and really, really almost sarsaparilla kind of red fruit to it, and it's just a really unique and interesting wine. And then you've got the structure that's sort of inherent to that AVA, and so you've got a wine that's got all these kind of jumble of characteristics. And it does take this wine, I think, a while to come together. We've only been getting this fruit since 2017, so this is just our third vintage, and it's just one of my favorite wines that we make. It's just this incredibly interesting wine that I think is, as it ages out, as you get into like 7 to 10 years of bottle age, you're going to find this wine just like got unbelievable complexity to it. It shows it in its youth, but because of the structure that's inherent to it, it's got a lot of tannin, so it can be kind of grippy. But this is going to be, in 2019, a beautiful wine. It's one of the lower alcohol wines that we have from the vintage, but it still has this forcefulness to it, and it's going to be something special. So in a lineup of wines that I think is really good, this one's got like that sort of super serious kind of quality to it that I hope that you like, and I hope that it's something that you can put down for a little bit, because I think this is going to be something that rewards it. And speaking of rewards,